boxes of shells in the front seat. Help yourself. Ma'am, Mrs. Mercer thinks that our girl may still be in there, so, There he is! Randy! You fool, give me that thing. What are you doing?
Dear Randy, that might have been the girl.
Now listen to me, all of you. Before I deputize you, I told you no shooting. Now we don't know who's in there, if anybody is. So the next man who pulls the trigger without my permission is going to get arrested. Now you just hold on to that.
Don't you worry. Is there a basement?
Sure, come on, I'll show you.
The Fugitive. A QM production. Starring David Jansen as Dr. Richard Kimball, an innocent victim of blind justice, falsely convicted for the murder of his wife. Reprieved by fate when a train wreck freed him en route to the death house. Freed him to hide in lonely desperation, to change his identity, to toil at many jobs. Freed him to search for a one-armed man he saw leave the scene of the crime. Freed him to run before the relentless pursuit of the police lieutenant obsessed with his capture.
The guest star in tonight's story, Murray Hamilton. And special guest star, June Harding. Tonight's episode, Moonchild.
Enter a town for the first time, and if you're a fugitive, you will try to determine where the danger is. Most often it will come from the police, but not always. Not always.
Afternoon. Hi. It's cold outside.
Yeah. What'll it be?
Give me a cup of coffee and, a bowl of that chili.
You want cream with that coffee?
No, this black.
See you later, Benny. You, a roll or crackers?
Just some crackers.
Chili's homemade. You from around here someplace?
No, just passing through.
Oh, Randy?
Mel get here yet?
You don't see him, do you? You want some more crackers?
I have plenty, thanks.
Boys?
How are you, George? How's the coffee?
Huh? What?
Chili. Good afternoon. Afternoon. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
What about?
George, about who you are, where you're from, where you're going, things like that. Would you care to sit down?
No, thank you. Are you policemen?
No. None of us are. We're simply citizens with a problem we're trying to solve. We're hoping you can help us. Maybe we'd better sit down in the back here.
Morning, Whitey.
Now, first of all, may we have your name?
Bill Martin.
From?
A lot of places. Portland, Oregon, not too long ago.
How long ago?
About 3 weeks, I guess.
You guess?
The date, Mr. Martin. There's a calendar on the wall over there.
Sunday the 5th.
Oh, well, thank you for the ride, Johnny. You're going bowling later on, aren't you? I wouldn't miss it. We'd win our championship tonight.
Car 2, come in, car 2.
Car 2, go ahead.
The sheriff still with you? Over.
Sheriff! This is the sheriff. What now?
Mel Starling and his friends are in Mangus's place again. They got the blinds down. You want me to put car 1 on it? Over.
No. I'll handle it. Over and out.
Sometime last night.
It could be. There's a night freight comes through here every other day.
All right. That takes us through the 23rd. You're doing fine, Miss Martin.
Glad to hear it. How about where we got that windbreaker?
Yes, the man we're after was described as wearing a jacket similar to the one you have.
Well, there must be thousands of these. Yeah, I bought this in a town about 200 miles from here. Oakmont. The store had a man's name.
A man's name? Like what? Fred? Al?
Italian, Leonardi. That's it. You said you were looking for a man. Why?
The killer, Luce, that's why. He strangled my wife.
His wife was killed 6 weeks ago. Since then, another young woman. She happened to be my daughter.
I'm sorry.
The strangler uses a piece of plastic clothesline. I'm sure you understand our unusual concern with strangers. Mr. Martin's not the man we're after.
Just wait a minute. I got a couple of questions. I'm the last one who got to look at the killer, remember?
How can you recognize anybody? You're stone cold sober.
What are you saying?
That you drink too much, Randy. That's what he's saying.
Sheriff's headed this way. In a hurry.
All right, get it over with and let him be on his way.
Why, just because the sheriff's coming?
The sheriff doesn't much appreciate our help, Randy.
Okay, all right. This is a good time to get him off our backs, then. This guy ain't done nothing. Let him question him. Take fingerprints or whatever he wants.
Do you mind answering all the same questions again?
Here he is. Go get him, Johnny. Hey, you got a permit for that gun?
Oh, sure I have, Sheriff. You know that.
Now, I warned you people what would happen if you pulled this vigilante business one more time.
Vigilante? You've lost me, Sheriff.
I'd like to lose you, Mr. Starling.
Sheriff, he's out of sight. He got away.
Johnny, get on the car radio, ask the highway patrol to see if they can throw a roadblock on both ends of town. All right? We may get hot. Now, maybe you people scared him enough. He'll try and get out of town before dark. George, did he handle anything here? Did he touch any coffee cups, plates, anything?
Yeah, he handled his phone.
No, don't touch that. George, give me a tray, will you?
Sure.
Whose coat is this?
That's mine, Sheriff.
Here.
You going to use scientific methods, Sheriff?
Look, this fellow may have convinced you he's not the man we're all looking for, but he ran. I'd like to know from what. From what besides this group of law-abiding citizens?
Come out of here this minute. Do you hear me?
Man, Mrs. Mercer says that she spotted a stranger going into one of the abandoned factory buildings, and, well, her daughter is missing, too. She thinks she may be in there with them, the kid, place, and they're alike. I need about a dozen men I can deputize.
Hey, Sheriff, you didn't want our help before, so you can do without it now. Is that clear, Sheriff?
Now, what the devil's happened to you people? Ever since that factory closed down, you've been behaving like a bunch of stupid children. You claim you can't afford your own police force, you dump all your problems in my lap, then you try to make my job impossible. All right. All right. I'll try and do the job alone, the best I can. But let me tell you people, you men are turning this town into a jungle. Hello, Sheriff Mack here. Yes, Johnny. Yes. Well, he did. Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it makes a great deal of difference. Johnny, get down here as soon as you can. In The lab has identified your stranger's fingerprints. His name is Kimball. He's a fugitive. He's been tried, found guilty, and sentenced to die for strangling his wife.
Hold still. Don't move. The whole ceiling will collapse. Now hold on with your hands. Lower yourself down on this box.
No.
Come on, it's the only way to get down. Now do as I tell you. Come on. Hold on with your hands. That's it. You all right? What's the matter?
Nothing.
You scared me. I thought you might hurt yourself.
I come here all the time. I never hurt myself.
Well, that's the first time for everything.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was about to ask you the same thing.
You were? Well, I ask you first.
Huh. Exploring.
I've done that. It's very interesting. I'm hiding.
Really?
From my mother. I haven't had to do that in quite a while. But she bugs me sometimes, you know?
Here. Here. Don't do that.
I got something in my eye.
I'll get it.
Boxes of shells in the front seat. Help yourself. Man, Mrs. Mercer thinks that our girl may still be in there, so,
Here. It's all right now. Thank you. I'm Joanne.
Joanne. This is a pretty dangerous place for you. Mother's probably worried about you.
She talks so mean to me sometimes.
There he is! Randy! You fool! Give me that thing. What are you doing?
Easy, Randy. You might have been the girl.
Now listen to me, all of you. Before I deputized you, I told you no shooting. Now, we don't know who's in there, if anybody is. Now, the next man who pulls the trigger without my permission is going to get arrested. Now, you just hold on to that.
Joanne. Is there a basement?
Sure, come on, I'll show you. This is exciting. Basements, they all connect.
You all right?
Okay. You promise never to tell.
Yeah, I promise.
Mr. Duffield. My, it's cold today, isn't it?
Sure is.
Here, I'll take those heavy things for you.
Where's Mrs. Mercer?
Oh, she's a little late today. But it's all right. We've already started without her.
When I pay out good money for art lessons, I expect the teacher to be on time.
Oh.
Time she gets here, half the class will be over.
Here, now, I'll set these heavy things up for you.
I don't know why I do this. Honestly, I think it's a waste of time. However...
Here, I'll let you finish it, Mr. Duffield.
Nobody in the world knows how to get from the pipe to here. That's my secret tunnel. My brother helped me dig it out, but he's a soldier now.
Where are we?
My house.
You live here?
Not here, silly. Upstairs.
I don't know why I do this.
Why, Mr. Duffield, I think you're...
My mama's an art lady. She teaches people to draw and paint stuff. They're not very good.
We have to be quiet, Joanne.
I don't want them to find us either.
Okay, you wait here and I'll be back in a while. I have to go upstairs and get cleaned up for supper or my mom will flip again. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Joanne!
Hi, Mama.
Oh, my baby, I've been so worried about you. Where have you been?
In the cellar.
In the cellar. How many times have I told you not to go down there?
Good afternoon, Miss Mercer. Don't you worry about being late now. I've taken care of everything.
Thank you so much.
Hello there, young lady.
Joanne, you go get cleaned up.
I was just going to.
I'll be right in. To work a little bit on those draperies, Mr. Duffield.
It's the fruit that's important.
Yes, but it's the draperies that sets it off.
Mister? Hey, mister?
Right here, Jim.
Oh! Oh! No!
Please. Now, please, don't fight me, please. Now, we have to be quiet if they know we're down here. No, I'm sorry I scared you. But I had to be careful. Now, I'll let go of your mouth. If you'll promise me you'll be quiet, all right? All right.
Look. My sandwich.
I'm sorry.
I made it myself.
It's all right.
You look what you made me do!
Now, please. Now, please be quiet. Now, if they know we're down here, they'll know there's another entrance and they'll find your secret tunnel. Now, you don't want them to do that, do you? No. So now you've got to promise to be quiet, all right? You promise? All right.
I hate you. I hope they get you.
Johnny, don't say that. You're my only friend.
Okay, then why were you hiding?
Well, I told you I wasn't sure it was you.
Look what you did.
I was scared. That's why I hid. I was scared. Now you can understand that.
Yeah. Why were they chasing you?
Well, they said I did something bad. They're wrong, but that's what they say, so that's why they're chasing me.
They say that about me all the time.
They do?
I bet I've done a lot worse things than you have. Do you lie to people?
Well, sometimes I have to.
Funny. They always get after me about telling lies. And then when I tell the truth, they look at me just as funny. As if there was something wrong. Well, there is supposed to be something wrong with me. I guess you know that. I have what they call a very low IQ.
There's nothing wrong with that. How old are you, Joey?
I'm 19.
19.
I have a big body and a little mind. Well, you see, when you have a very low IQ like I do, you never have to grow up or get married or any of that silly stuff.
Well, I guess you're right about that. Sometimes growing up isn't much fun.
Or get babies or anything like that. I hate them. They just cry all the time. And you have to carry them and feed them and stay up all night. And I just hate them. I am glad I don't have to get any. I'm really and truly glad.
I know what you mean, Joe.
You hate babies, too?
No, I don't hate them. I like them. And someday maybe I'll have no daughter, and she'll be a lot like you. And she'll be nice and share secrets with me and bring me pickles and...
Hey, you don't have to eat it. Look, I gotta go now, but I'll be back. Now you stay here, and I'll be back. I promise.
Joanne, why are you eating at this time? You'll spoil your appetite.
No, I won't. I'm hungry. I'll go. I'll see who it is. Hi.
Well, hello, Joanne. I didn't know you were home, dear.
Sure I am.
How long you been here?
A long, long time.
Sheriff, Mr. Starling, oh, dear, I should have called you, shouldn't I, to let you know you didn't have to worry about Joanne anymore. I'm terribly sorry, but the art class was waiting, and
Mrs. Mercer, when did she come home?
She didn't go out. She was in the cellar, and I didn't think to look there. Did you find your man? Come in. Come on in, and I'll make some coffee.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mrs. Mercer, we didn't find the man. Joanne, the sheriff has something to show you.
What? Oh, Joanna, we picked this up in one of those abandoned factory buildings. You left it there, didn't you, dear?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, maybe I did, but not today. A long, long time ago.
Joanne, you had it with you when we talked today.
No, Mama.
Joanne.
No, I lost it a long, long time ago. You want them to think that I'm a liar.
I want you to tell the truth because these men are trying to...
You don't even believe me when I do. I don't even know where they found this doll. Well, maybe I threw it away. I don't even want it anymore.
Joanne, dear, we're sorry. We made a mistake. Of course you want your doll. Here, now, you take it. There's going to be no more trouble. You go up to your room and have a nice rest before dinner.
I don't need a nice rest.
Oh, you don't have to sleep. Just read if you like. I'll call you when dinner's ready. Okay?
Okay.
I'm sure she had the doll this afternoon. But does it really make that much difference? I mean, she's home safe now, and that's what really counts.
The man is wanted for murder in the state of Indiana. They got a Sunday police officer up here to help us find him.
If you thought she was in the cellar all the time...
Well, that's what she told me.
Why don't we have a look?
Do you mind?
Of course not. I'll get the key. There's a light at the bottom of the stairs. I'll make that coffee, I promised.
Thank you. Oh, wait.
I guess she was down here all right. She's here now. Watching from the top of the stairs. Let me talk to her. I've got an idea.
You take it easy on her, understand?
I have something to show you. I don't want the sheriff to see it. It might get you into trouble. Come on. Come on.
Okay, what is it?
Over here. You have to if you want to see it. Honestly, I think you're a very nice girl. I'm trying to help you. Honestly. Over here. Now, who do you suppose could have written that? Joanne, was there anyone down here with you?
Wasn't a liar?
Joanne, there was someone here.
No, how could there be?
If you wanted to hide me here, if you were my friend, you'd probably think of some way to sneak me in while your mother was having her art classes, huh?
I couldn't either.
Joanne, I'm terribly sorry. You tried so hard to help him.
I promised him I'd come back. I'm not a liar.
But he thinks you are. He wouldn't even wait.
Oh, I hate him. He even made me lose the sandwich.
And called you silly.
Leave the child alone.
I hope they catch him.
Where, Joanna? Where did he go?
Silly liar. That's a terrible thing to call.
The building!
Johnny? The girl thinks that Kimball may still be in the building. Where's George?
He's right over there.
George!
Never, never take up with strangers, Joanne. Now, I've told you that again and again.
He was nice, Mama. He was real, real nice.
Honey, he hurts other people. He's killed girls like you.
No, he doesn't. He helps them. I almost fell, and he helped me. And when I cried, he put his arms around me, just like you do.
Joanne.
Well, he did. He said I was pretty. He liked me.
Joanne, you don't know how lucky you are. Now tell me, dear, did you tell Mr. Starling everything?
I hate him. I didn't tell him anything. He made me tell.
Joanne, he was frightened for you. He knew the danger.
I know what. He got scared again. That's why my friend ran away. He heard those men come in and he got scared. That's what. It wasn't me that played the trick. It was you, Mama. You let those men come into the basement. He thought it was me, but it was you, and he got scared. That's what.
Going upstairs to get one of your pills, and you're going to take it and go to bed. Now you sit down right there and stay there.
I wasn't a liar. Not to my friend. I can prove it. I told Mr. Starling he made me tell. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They made me tell. I don't want them to get him. I don't want them to.
Starling, will you have your man turn the light on, please?
All right, Joe, turn it on.
Johnny, bring 4 or 5 men back here. I want to talk to them. Good? We need somebody to go around to the back of the building and watch it. No, you and you and... Will you watch where you point that thing? Look, just go around to the back of the building and watch the windows, all right?
Right.
Let's go, man. Come on.
You all right? Well, I guess it's all over now.
He was the bad one, not you.
That's right.
Did you write me a goodbye note?
No, I didn't.
And they played a trick. They made me tell on you I'm sorry.
Now, Johnny, don't be sorry. You just remember that you saved my life, all right?
I will.
Is there another way out of here?
Yeah. Come on, I'll show you. Right through there.
Come on, Johnny.
I'm coming, Mama.
Looks like we almost killed ourselves the wrong man.
Yeah, we almost did.
Johnny, drive Mrs. Mercer and her daughter home, would you please?
Yes, sir.
Sheriff, he did save Joanne's life.
Mrs. Mercer, he's a fugitive from the law, and my duty to bring him to justice. That's every citizen's duty. I'm going to need you. I'd like you back here early in the morning and bring your firearms.
In the morning, that's 7 or 8 hours from now. He'll be miles.
Do what the sheriff says, Randy. He knows what he's doing. Not Sheriff.
Good night, Mr. Sterling. I'm bright and early. And thank you.
The night is over. The town that held a gun to Kimball's head is many miles behind, already becoming part of the dizzying procession of towns through which a fugitive must pass, searching for the man who can mean his salvation.
Here's a program reminder for all you cowboy fans. Saturday night's the night for 3 great westerns. Gunsmoke at 8, followed by Rawhide at 9, and The Wild Wild West at 10. It's Saturday night at the Westerns, beginning at 8 o'clock on KTZZ TV 22.
Please don't go, please.
See anything?
Not a thing. Think he's back here?
This is where he was heading.
Get back out front. Ed, get on the radio and rustle us up some help. One thing sure, nobody crossed the alley after the shot.
We ought to have him boxed in real good.
Think he's armed?
I wouldn't wait to find out.
The Fugitive. A QM production. Starring David Jansen as Dr. Richard Kimball, an innocent victim of blind justice, falsely convicted for the murder of his wife. Reprieved by fate when a train wreck freed him en route to the death house. Freed him to hide in lonely desperation, to change his identity, to toil at many jobs. Freed him to search for a one-armed man he saw leave the scene of the crime. Freed him to run before the relentless pursuit of the police lieutenant obsessed with his capture.
The guest stars in tonight's story, Ruth White, Louise Sorrell, Lloyd Goff. Tonight's episode, The Survivors. Brought to you by
This is where it began, Fairgreen, Indiana. Here, 10 years ago, at the county hospital, Richard Kimball completed his internship. Here he met a nurse named Helen Waverly, and here they resolved to get married. Now he's come back to a town where people have reason to remember him. Perhaps some more than others.
Hello, I'm sorry about the...
Terry, this is Richard.
Who? Who is this?
It's Richard.
But why? I can't believe it.
How are you, Terry?
I'm fine. Where are you?
Right here in Fairgreen.
You shouldn't have. I mean, well, you know.
I was only about 60 miles away. I read in the papers about Ed's trouble. Is it true?
It's true.
Well, how's he taking it? And your mother?
All right, I guess. Well, I mean, nothing has changed, I'm afraid.
Why, what do you mean?
The, way she feels.
Who is that? Terry, there's something that might help. Do you have Helen's papers?
Everything they sent us.
Terry, who is that? Was there anything in there about a savings account in Indianapolis someplace?
No. I mean, we never found anything like that.
he phones back, I want you to hang right up on him.
Dad, I can't.
Your mother could get back any minute.
Phil's meeting her train at noon. It's only 10:30.
Could have taken an earlier train.
Well, what if she did?
You remember how upset she was that time he was seen as close as Chicago?
That's too bad about her.
Terry. Look, honey, I know how you feel, but he was found guilty by a jury. You know that.
I know him. That's enough.
What do you know? You haven't seen him since the trial.
Do you think he was guilty?
I don't know.
You see?
No. Because if there's any chance at all, he killed your sister.
Dad. He wants to help us.
If he calls back, you hang up.
Richard.
Hello, Terry.
I don't want him in the house.
Dad.
Ed, just for a little while. I have no place else to go.
You've managed?
Dad, if it were just some mangy stray cat scratching at the door, you'd let him in. Please, Dad.
I'll get it. Mr. Waverly? That's right. Mr. Waverly, there's been a report that Richard Kimball was spotted. You mean here in Fairgreen? Yes, sir, we think so. Chief Atherton thought that he might try to come here.
To this house? I imagine this would be the last place he'd come, officer.
Well, I suppose you're right. But I'd still advise you to keep the house locked up tight.
Don't worry.
Don't you, miss? We've got every man on the force out looking for him.
That's good to know.
If you see or if you hear anything out of the ordinary, please let us know. We will, officer, and thank you. Thank you.
It was a policeman, but he's gone.
I want you out of the house before my wife gets home.
Dad, that's only an hour. He can't go back out there where they're still looking for him.
But your mother...
He can stay upstairs. Mother hasn't been up there since... Please, Dad.
Until it's dark, then. But that's all.
Thanks, Ed. You too, Ted. The account was in her name. She opened it before we were married. You sure this is all?
Well, except for her clothes, a few books, phonograph records, that kind of thing. Look, that might be Mother. You better get upstairs. Phil's coming in.
Who's Phil? Phil Corbin. Terry and Phil are getting married.
Maybe. He's an assistant in the district attorney's office. Take the guest room. Is everything all right, Mama?
How was your trip, dear?
I'd like to be alone for a while, please.
I was afraid of that.
What happened?
Didn't you hear about Kimball?
The police were here already.
We heard about it in the car. It was like somebody had slapped her across the face. Well, look, the streets are swarming with patrol cars, but be careful, huh?
Phil,
you can't tell what he's liable to do.
please don't start that again.
Okay, honey. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe he didn't do it. But don't forget something. He's been on the run for a long time. That can change a man.
I don't believe that.
No? Honey, you just take some little puppy, some harmless little puppy. You beat him and you kick him like he was some kind of mad dog, and I'll tell you something. Pretty soon that's exactly what you'll have.
Well, he wouldn't come here.
Why not? He came to Fairgreen. Well, I'll see you tomorrow anyhow. Mrs. Waverly invited me to dinner. You see, At least there's one woman in this family who shows some interest in me. See what I mean? I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Phil. Honey, he could be right. About Richard, I mean.
Dad, you talked to him. Did he seem like a mad dog to you?
Well, anyhow, he's leaving tonight.
Dad, he came here where he knew anybody could recognize him. He came here to help us. You heard what Phil said about the police cars. He's got to stay here until it's safe for him to go.
All right. But if your mother finds out, I'd like you to be the one to face her.
Haven't I always been? I'll look in the garage to see if I can find some of Helen's things. Dad, you want to help me?
I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining it. But ever since we lost the baby, he's been acting differently. And he keeps insisting on this adoption business. He knows how I feel. Mama, I miss you so much. Well, I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a happy birthday message. Happy birthday, Mama. And please come to see me. Happy birthday, Mama. In case you don't remember my voice, this is your daughter, Helen. I couldn't find any cards I liked, and I thought this would be better anyhow. How are you and Dad getting along? Oh, and tell Terry if she gets invited to the prom, I'll pay for the new formal.
Who's out there? Is that you, Ed?
It's just me, Mama. I wanted to see if you were all right.
Just close the door, thank you. Happy birthday, Mama. In case you don't remember my voice,
She, hasn't changed a thing in that room since the day Helen left.
That's over 9 years ago.
At first it seemed quaint, sort of like a sentimental gesture, but after Helen died, it was like a shrine or something.
What about you, Terry?
Me? What are you talking about? Come on, you remember what it was like. I never counted. I just happened to live here, that's all. Well, be honest, you never even knew I was around.
Well, I would now. You're very attractive.
Well, thanks for that.
No, I mean it.
You wouldn't like a traveling companion, would you?
Well, I don't think you'd like the accommodation. You really want to get out?
Oh, yes.
Why don't you?
Guilt, I suppose. Well, after all, she is my mother, and somebody's got to take care of her. Well, Dad can hardly take care of himself. After Helen and Mother's illness, it was like he gave up.
Your mother's illness?
She has something wrong with her heart. As for the doctors, they're not sure about the rest. That's where the money went. It went to doctors, specialists, psychiatrists. Not one of them lasted more than 2 weeks. Well, there you have it. God bless our happy home.
I'm sorry.
Richard? I'm glad you're here.
It's Ed.
I'll see you later, Richard.
I'd like you to go. I think you know why.
Ed, come on.
I just don't understand you. Or maybe I do. You used to be welcome in this house. You ate at our table. You slept in this very room. You do remember that, don't you?
I remember that, Ed.
And how can you come back here and do what you're doing to her?
What am I doing to her?
Don't you know she's had a crush on you ever since she was 14? Ever since Helen first brought you here. You had to know that.
Isn't that part of growing up, Ed?
If she'd gotten over it. After your escape and everything. Well, I guess that made you more glamorous than ever.
What about her fiancé?
Phil. They've been engaged for over a year, and she still won't set the date.
And you think that?
I think she could love him if she'd give herself a chance. If you'd give her the chance.
Well, I'm going to be leaving tonight as soon as it gets dark, okay?
Okay.
I wasn't sure the chief would go along with it. It's still just a hunch.
Well, we've got a car covering the alley in the back. Jim and I will sit tight right here.
Good.
Nobody will get near that house without our knowing about it.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Yeah.
The Fugitive will continue following station identification.
There should be over $5,000 in that account and no clue as to what bank.
You're sweet to worry about us, but we're getting along.
You said before that I'd seen everything except her clothes and books and records.
That's right.
What books?
Right here. You think there might be something in one of them?
There might be. Helen used to keep things in books the way some people kept a diary. Important dates, things like that. Here's a birthday list. Your birthday. Everybody's.
Think she might have written something in one of them?
She just might have.
What's this?
I think this is it. Name of the bank. The dates of the deposits. Here.
Well, that's great. Look, Dad and I can drive to Indianapolis in the morning and settle it all. Half of it's yours.
No, you keep it all, Terry.
No, that's not right.
Look, maybe when your father gets back on his feet.
Tomorrow morning.
I won't be here tomorrow morning. I'm leaving tonight.
What are you talking about? You have to be here.
Terry. When it gets dark, I'm leaving. Your father was right. I shouldn't have come in the first place.
What did he say?
No matter, I made up my mind to leave before we talked. It has to be tonight.
We'll see about that. What did you say to him?
Please keep your voice down.
She's still in there.
What do you think?
He found it. And he's giving it to us.
What?
The money, the account. It's all here.
He's giving it to us? I mean, all of it?
That's right.
I'll take it down to the bank right away.
What about Richard?
What about him?
Tell him to stay.
I can't. If your mother finds out, it'd kill her.
Dad, just for once think of somebody else.
Terry, don't talk that way.
All right. Run away. Run away like you always run away from something that might be hard to face.
Terry.
He might have saved the business for you and risked his life. You're gonna let him go out there tonight and be hunted down. No wonder you want to get out. If you're not here, you won't have to think about it.
See to your mother. She hasn't eaten all day.
Mama, you've read those letters over 1,000 times.
They're Helen's.
I know.
And you'd better know this, too. I don't want you or anyone else coming in this room without knocking first.
Can I get you anything?
You talked to Philip since this morning?
No, Mother.
I only wish Helen had been able to marry a man like Phil instead of...
Instead of a maniac, is that what you mean?
What is he?
Never mind.
Anyhow, men like Phil are rare. You should be grateful.
Stop it.
I'm only saying...
You're saying he's too good for me.
No.
For Helen, he would have been fine, but I should be grateful.
Darling, you don't understand. Helen was very close to me.
Well, what am I? Something you found in the streets?
What are you talking about?
Me. I'm talking about me, Mama. I'm your daughter, too, you know.
Of course you are. You've always been. We've always tried to do as much for you as we did for Helen. We sent you to college. You were the one who quit.
Oh, yes, that's right, I did.
And that time you were in the hospital. Your father and I scraped together the money so that you could have the best.
Oh, thank you very much, Mother, for the money.
You don't understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. You've locked yourself in this room, this mausoleum, and you read her letters and you go through her things over and over again.
She was your sister.
But she's dead, Mama, she's dead. No. And I'm alive. Is that what you hate? Is that why you never look at me? Is that why you sit in this room and stare at dead things? Because that's all they are, Mama. They're dead. Oh, no. And they're dead.
Richard. You can stay if you like. At least until the pressure's off.
Oh, that's all right, Abe.
I'd like you to.
Terry's been in her room crying for the last hour.
I know.
I think you ought to go to her.
She doesn't want to see me.
She needs you, Ed. She needs somebody. Goodbye.
Please don't go, please.
Not a thing. Think he's back here?
Well, this is where he was heading.
Get back out front. Ed, get on the radio and rustle us up some help. One thing's sure, nobody crossed the alley after the shot.
And we ought to have him boxed in real good.
Think he's armed?
I wouldn't wait to find out.
Still quiet.
All right. Let's get these men moving. Check the garages, the roofs, the sheds, everything. And then check them again. Send one of these cars around to the other street just in case.
Mike, you and Briggs take the car and cover Farrell Street. The rest of you men, over here. Let's get this search rolling. The rest of you, move! Move!
you done enough to this family?
What are you going to do?
I don't know exactly. I've thought about this moment for 3 years now. I've planned ways how an old lady like me could take you by the throat and choke the life out of you. The way you did to my daughter. And then I'd think, wouldn't it be simpler just to turn him over to the police? Let them strap you into that chair. Because that's not a good way to die either, is it?
Is that what you're going to do?
Is there any reason why I shouldn't?
There are reasons. But not for you, I guess.
And if you'll just stand out of my way, I'm going out there. You're going to kill me, too. You're going to have to, you know. But that won't be difficult. With my heart, it'd be the easiest. Terry, go out and tell them he's in here.
No.
And I'll have to do it myself.
Mama, please.
Terry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for a lot of things. But I have to do this.
Mama. I've never asked you for anything before. I mean anything important.
Then why this?
Because there has been too much pain. And it has to stop somewhere.
Terry, listen to me. I was wrong. I know I was wrong. But it has nothing to do with this.
Oh, yes it does. I'm asking you for something for the first time. I'm asking you for his life.
Take him upstairs.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you from me, too.
I don't want your thanks. Besides, you'll be caught. If not today, sometime. So far, you've had luck. But that's bound to run out somewhere, too.
Come on.
You and Terry. Honey, I'm awfully glad. Why did you come back?
I had to.
There must be 20 cops out there. They're searching every house on the block.
Don't worry. We'll get out of this.
What do you mean, we?
I'm going to.
Where are you going?
Don't worry. You won't have to drag me along or anything, but I'll be in Chicago or maybe New York, and all you have to do is write to me here, and they'll forward it.
Terry!
I'm going to wait for him. Not here. I can't stand it anymore. Richard? I know you don't love me or anything, but maybe you could someday. I mean, it isn't impossible, is it?
You can't mean all this.
Don't try to stop me.
Terry, I want you to listen to me. One thing you said is true. I don't love you. I don't think I ever could love you. Maybe if none of this had ever happened, maybe if I'd never met Helen.
But I'm not Helen. I could make you happy.
Don't flatter yourself.
Get out. I said get out!
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes,
We're looking for Richard Kimball.
we haven't seen him.
I saw him leave this house a half an hour ago. There's a good chance he's already gotten away, but we'd like your permission to search the house anyway.
There's no point in that.
What was he doing here?
He broke in and made us hide him, that's all.
Well, maybe he broke in again.
You'll be wasting your time.
Well, it really doesn't matter. If you refuse, we can be back here in 15 minutes with a warrant.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you. Frank, you take her downstairs.
I'm telling you, it'll be a waste of time.
That's all right. I've got plenty of time. What's this?
They're looking for Richard.
Excuse me. And what's this in here?
Just a guest room.
Looks like you had a guess.
This is where he was hiding.
I see.
Guest bath. You see, Sergeant, like
That's
I
all
told
that's
you.
up here?
That's the linen closet.
That window. Where does it lead?
Out back? It hasn't been opened in years.
Are you sure?
Well, look, it's painted shut.
No attic?
No.
Is something wrong, miss?
I'm afraid Kimball's being here upset her quite a bit. You'd better go downstairs, dear.
All right.
I guess he got away before we moved the troops in.
Mrs. Waverly, I heard they were searching the house.
Bill!
Hey, honey, what's the matter?
There's no sign of him.
You think he got away?
It looks like it.
Oh, that means the chief will have to call that Lieutenant Gerard or something. I understand he's been waiting by the phone.
And there may be some questions later. Thank you very much for all your help.
Of course.
You mind if I take your daughter outside for a while? This whole thing seems to have gotten to her.
If you come back in about an hour, I'll have dinner ready for you.
Don't bother.
Nonsense. I want to do it.
We'll be back in an hour.
I'd like to thank you again.
Get him out of here as soon as you can. I have a dinner to get ready.
Far enough out. You shouldn't have any trouble getting through to South Bend.
And look, Ed.
Forget it. It's all in the family.
A man tries to arm himself against the lonely night, for he knows that at this time and place there can be no homecoming for a fugitive.
The Fugitive has been brought to you by
Call Charlie Powers and fix up an alibi in case I checked?
No, I did not.
Well, somebody did. Mr. Logan.
I'll meet her at John. Gus needed somebody with experience. I lied. That's all there is to it.
Man also lies when he's trying to cover up something. You say it was to get a job. Maybe. You cooperate, and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Cooperate. Whatever you heard out there in the office a minute ago, or whatever you think you made of it, you better forget it. Because if you don't, I'll run a police check on you all the way back to your great-grandmother.
The Fugitive. A QM production. Starring David Jansen as Dr. Richard Kimball, an innocent victim of blind justice, falsely convicted for the murder of his wife. Reprieved by fate when a train wreck freed him en route to the death house. Freed him to hide in lonely desperation, to change his identity, to toil at many jobs. Freed him to search for a one-armed man he saw leave the scene of the crime. Freed him to run before the relentless pursuit of the police lieutenant obsessed with his capture.
The guest stars in tonight's story: Jack Clinton, Geraldine Brooks. Tonight's episode, everybody gets hit in the mouth sometime.
The road of escape has led Richard Kimball to a new sanctuary. The work, dispatcher for Bullet Trucking Company. No questions asked, no references required. A good job for a fugitive.
Your light, Pete?
Transmission's throwing oil. Had to keep stopping to check it.
Got us left orders. Take that load to Colorado Springs.
Well, he's all heart.
How many hours you got left in your logbook?
Around this joint who counts.
I count. How many hours you got left?
Big zero.
All right, take off. Take your 8 hours.
Yeah, who's going to deliver that load?
It'll have to wait.
You're a dispatcher. Don't skin off of my nose. Guessing don't like it.
Take your tractor into the shop, see if they can find out what's wrong with the transmission.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Well, I'm Lucia Mayfield. Well, Gus said that I could come by to borrow his car. Is he here?
No, he isn't, but he left word. The car's right out front. I'll get you the keys.
Oh. And wasn't there anything else?
$75. There you are. You said to keep the car as long as you like.
Oh, thanks. I don't believe that I've seen you around here before, Mrs. Douglas.
I've only been here a couple of weeks.
Oh, are you from in town?
No, California. Bakersfield.
Bakersfield? Really? Well, my husband used to haul produce out of there. He was with West Mountain Express. Maybe you knew him. Kenny Mayfield?
Kenny Mayfield. I heard the name. Does he work in, huh?
Oh, no, he was killed in an accident 3 years ago. He was working for Gus.
I'm sorry.
Well, the children and I, we had long talks about that, didn't we, huh? Didn't we, you bad thing? We decided we're just not going to be sad anymore, huh? I don't know what we would have done without Gus, though. He's really been like a father to them. Hey, you listen to me. Hey, you are the newcomer in town. Here's me talking about myself. Tell me, have you found a house yet for you and your family, Mr. Douglas?
No, I'm at Mrs. Watson's. No family.
Oh. It must be awful lonesome for you.
Mama! Jimmy hit me! Jimmy, would you come back?
I'm sorry. It just seems like they don't know how to act anymore when there's a man around. Well, I hope I'll see you again, Mr. Douglas.
any help unload the Colorado Springs? I told him to go home. Do what? He had too many hours in his log. I want you to hear this good, hotshot. That truck cost me $80 a day. See, that's how much I lose when it ain't going down the highway. Right now, $80 I can't afford. You got that? You told me to watch the logs, didn't you, Gus? For me, not for the ICC. You want to play Santa Claus, go get yourself a sled. All right. Wait a minute. Since this load ain't going to deliver itself, I think you and me will change jobs. I'm going to sit on my duff and make all the big shot decisions. You're going to jockey this trailer to Colorado Springs. You know, I haven't been checked out in Chevron. Yeah, well, you will be by the time we get back. Go get a tractor and hook it up. Let me make a living for a change, will you, hotshot? You can try to buck me, but don't try to out-wrestle the truck, will you? How long's that car been on our tail? Last couple of miles. How fast we going? 50. Drop back to 40, will you? He slowed with us. I'll bet your bucket's a roadman from the Transway Insurance Company. We haven't broken any laws. Don't bet on it, hotshot. You're an unqualified driver. According to the insurance company, you aren't allowed to push a kiddie car around the yard. Let's change places. Keep rolling. Hold it steady! That was a little pitch. Remember, I've been driving all the time. What do you say, Logan? Long time no see. Like to take a look at your logbook, Gus. Figures. My pleasure. Three hours left. It's enough time. We're only going to the Springs. How about your safety equipment? Emergency reflector in the box, extra bulbs in the gin bin. Fire extinguisher on the cow. Would you like to look in the cab? We even have clean ashtrays. What's her name? Bill Douglas. Your relief driver? I work in the office. You just came along for the ride, that's all. Where are you from, Douglas? California. You work for a trucking company out there? Yeah, the West Mountain Express. Bakersfield. Nice operation. Good management. You must know their maintenance foreman, Charlie Powers. I met him. Charlie used to work for the bus company in Denver. Is that all? We got a load to deliver. Okay, shut off. Let's roll, huh?
Gus, that job I said I had with West Mountain Express.
Logan bought your story to me. Forget it, I ain't interested. Bill Douglas. Yeah. Well, write it down, will you, so you won't forget it. Yeah, well, that's what he told Logan. I was standing right there. I don't know why he did it. Come on, Charlie. How's it going to hurt you? Good. All right, thanks. So long.
What's the matter, Gus? The well running dry?
What do you know? You open up a cash register and early some order comes cooling out of the woodwork, huh?
Ah, you got it all wrong. Gus, I come by and do an old buddy a favor.
Yeah, well, your kind of favors I need like poison. Why don't you let the door hit you in the back?
You know something? You must have a lot of worries trying to run an outfit like this. I mean, maintenance, new equipment, salaries. It takes a lot of money, I bet.
You're worried about me, huh?
Well, sure I'm worried about you. Like, for example, suppose one of your drivers stops for coffee somewhere and leaves the key in the ignition. And then somebody comes along and borrows the truck and steals the cargo. I mean, I'd feel sorry for you. So would my friends. They'd probably want to make it up to you somehow, you know what I mean?
You want to know something? You're a slob, Ernie. You know that? You're a two-bit slob.
Right. So, think it over, Gus. I mean, I hear you're having a little trouble paying the bills.
Or maybe your hearing's bad.
Listen, this kind of a deal, Gus, nobody loses. The insurance company pays the claim, and we get a piece of the action. I know a guy in New Mexico made $2,000 in an hour.
Why don't you get out of here before I break your head open?
All right, I'm going. Don't cut your fingers scraping for dimes.
I'm awfully sorry to bother you at home.
Well, that's all right.
I came to return Gus's car. He wasn't at the office, and I didn't want to just park it there. I thought maybe I could leave it with you.
Well, sure, I'll take care of it.
Thanks very much. Bill. Isn't it?
Yes.
I like first names better.
Well, so do I.
Well, hope I haven't been too much of a nuisance.
Well, Mrs. Mayfield. If I keep the car, how are you and the kids gonna get home?
Oh, don't you worry. I already left them off at their grandmother's for the night. I can just catch the bus across the street.
I don't think Gus would mind if I drove you home.
Well, he better not. Written up in all the papers. Pictures, everything. But nobody really knows what happened. Truck turned over. Gus was thrown clear. Kenny wasn't. Police report said that Kenny probably fell asleep at the wheel.
What did Gus say?
Oh, he couldn't remember. It all happened too fast.
Make it sound like somebody else's story. Is that because it still hurts to connect it with yourself?
The nights keep getting longer, if that's what you mean. But this one's not going to. How's Gus doing? His office making a lot of money?
I'm just the dispatcher. Keeps the money problems pretty much to himself.
Oh, I thought you kind of ran things at that office. Like the music?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, you don't act like it.
I guess I'm just tired.
Look, it's right down there, on the left. You watch for the porch light. There's some wine in the refrigerator.
Oh, Lucia.
Aren't you going to come in?
Well, I'd like to, but I think I ought to give Gus his car back.
I've been alone for 2 years.
I know, Lucia.
I've been alone. You filthy sneeze! Get him back! I lied to you. The grandmother they're supposed to be spending the night with, she lives in Arkansas. I put him in the back room. I thought they'd go to sleep. I guess you're right. You better take Gus's car back.
Hey, Gus! Gus!
What is it?
Telephone.
Hey, there.
It's Transway Insurance.
All right, I'll take it. Yeah. Gus Henry. Hello, Mr. Halsey. Well, I was meaning to call you about that, you see. I got a lot of new business contracts coming up, and, yeah, well, they'll be coming through any time now. Oh, wait a minute here. Look, all I'm asking for is an extension of the grace period, you know? Well, you can't do that. I mean, you cancel me, I'm out of the business. I can't hold without insurance, right? Next Monday. When am I going to get a... All right. Yeah, sure, I heard you, Monday. I heard you. It's Logan. That's who it is. He won't stop till he finishes me. He can't bug me himself. He gets one of his office flunkies to do it for him.
Maybe he's just doing his job, huh?
His job, to climb on my back and stay there? I know how you feel. Don't tell me you know how I feel. Nobody knows how I feel unless they've had it like I have up here. Why don't you get out of here? Go ahead. Okay. Oh. Wait a minute. I mean, I'm sorry. I guess I needed somebody to holler at. Come on. Check the time, guys.
No. Jimmy fell this morning. He knocked a tooth loose. It's one of those permanent ones. Look, it's in the front. Show him, honey. Show your Uncle Gus. Mrs. Wilson, it's okay. Mr. Hendrick is here. I get a ride home. Mrs. Wilson was kind enough to take us to the dentist this morning.
Yeah, I'll come to the office. Come on.
Hi.
Come on.
Well, now, Jimmy, you don't ask your Uncle Gus for anything this time. Remember, it hurts your lip to talk.
Don't look bad. I mean, everybody gets hit in the mouth sometime.
Oh, that's just what I'd expect you to say. You should have talked to the orthodontist like I did. His teeth are in terrible shape. Why, if he doesn't have braces right away, they're going to be crooked the rest of his life.
Well, a lot of kids are crooked.
Oh, well, not my son, no. Not if I have to scrub floors.
How much is it going to cost me?
Well, an orthodontist is not just a dentist.
Yeah, I know. How much?
$300. To start.
$300 to start. To strain the truth.
Oh, what's it you think I'm talking to you? You're not even trying to understand. He's gonna have that bracelet for at least 2 years.
And last month, Lucy had to have dancing lessons, right? This kid had to get on a plane and go visit his grandmother, right? Now he needs clothes, and then he needs a bicycle. I mean, when's it stop?
You told me that I could always come to you for help.
Not now, Lucy. Maybe in a month, not now.
We don't want to be a burden to you.
Oh, come on, don't start that up again.
Well, you must know that things haven't been so easy for us. When Kenny was alive, well, then he could always find a way if there was a little something extra that we needed. He never came to you for anything, you know that. He worked hard for you. Even that last haul. Maybe that accident never would have happened if he hadn't been so tired. That's what I think. That's what I think at night. I think, what would have happened if he hadn't been along with you?
Lucia, I've been thinking about something. I mean, I've been giving a lot of thought. You know how you're always talking about wanting to move back east like Chicago, you know?
Yeah, I thought about it. Why?
Well, suppose I could fix it up that you can move back into a nice apartment, have nice clothes, things like that.
Well, that would take a lot of money.
Well, maybe I could get my hands on $2,000.
That is a lot of money. How long do you think it would take you to get it?
A couple of days.
What about Jimmy's teeth?
Oh, come on. All right, I'll throw in the $300 as a going-away present, okay?
You, Gus, you. I think a change might be just what I'd need.
Good. Hot shot. How much money we got on the cash register? $350? Well, give me 300 of it, will you?
You got drivers that have to be paid?
I said give it to me!
You see? Huh? Mama fixed up everything all right. Huh?
Kind of light lunch, ain't it, Gus?
Come by to tell jokes.
I come by because you call me.
Well, maybe I'm interested in a deal, huh?
What kind of deal?
I got a load of electronic parts going to Albuquerque this afternoon. They're insured for $25,000.
That's what I call a fat load. Well, you know that electronic stuff. You gotta have a buyer for that kind of merchandise. I have to talk it over with my friends.
Wait a minute. I want $3,000. One now, two in a couple of days.
500 now. 1,500 when the job is done.
You know, you're still a slob, Ernie. You're still a...
Hey, wait a minute. Take it easy. All right, we got a deal.
All right, let's see the money.
I didn't think you called me over here to talk over old times, so I brought a little extra. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, big one. Hey, you know where the halfway house is? Let's set it up there. I'll call you here after I talk to my friends.
Hey, give me some whiskey. Well, that's it, Lou. Is that working? Mark it off and see it. Lucia?
Well, that's a big reaction. I thought my new outfit would at least get a whistle.
That's very nice.
Come on. How about you get rid of your pencils and let a lady take you out to lunch?
Well, I've got this, scheduling to do.
I don't think you heard me, Mr. Douglas. I said I'm buying. It's free. You are going out on the town with a wealthy woman. Oh, come on, Bill. Don't play so hard to get. I feel too good. I feel just like someone just let me out of prison. And I want to celebrate.
300 isn't going to last you very long like that.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm getting a lot more tomorrow. Say, $2,000 to be exact.
Gotcha.
Maybe I got a long-lost uncle who wants to be nice. And if you're nice, too, I might just let you help me to spend it.
I don't think you'll need any help.
Maybe you're right, Billy boy. Maybe I won't. Wrong address, driver! Right drive. Wrong address.
Can I join you? How you doing here? Oh, well, you know, Lou fixed the lights on the trailer. They were short in the wires.
Came down here just to tell me that.
No, it's lunchtime. Thought I'd get a sandwich.
Well, you make it then go.
What are you looking at? What are you looking? Howdy. Hey, Lucia. Came by a few minutes ago.
Before the start. One of the kids break their arm or something?
She was talking about, money, a lot of money. $2,000.
So what?
Well, you already gave her 300.
And 200 before that, and 150 before that, and 50 before that, and as far back as you can count before that.
You know, it's none of my business, Cuz. But I know that Lucia's husband worked for you when he was killed. Well, I get the feeling that she's sort of leaning on you like a charity case.
Kind of sticking your nose in where it don't belong, ain't you, do that?
You know, you haven't got enough money to pay the insurance premium on the trucks. And, you know, if you don't have insurance, you're out of business. And, well, where's Lucia going to get the money then?
What are you talking about? There's the money over there.
Hey, this morning you were broke. Find the money, too?
What are you, some kind of wise guy?
No. Just wanted to know where it came from, that's all.
You not only got a big mouth, you got a big nose, too. You know that? You know, you were right. It ain't none of your business what I do. Now, you take this money, see, and you go down to Transway Insurance, and you pay the premium $955, and you make sure you get a receipt. Because nobody's gonna knock Gus Hendricks off the road. Nobody, nowhere.
Okay. Oh, Doug, you come.
Leave me alone.
No, come on, now. Take it.
Shut leave me alone!
You okay, aren't you? Forget it, huh? I mean, no hard feelings. I don't know where you got the money. I think it's trouble. I don't need any. I'll pay the insurance payment for you. Finish the day, and then I'm taking off.
He's finished with that. Oh, Mr. Williams, State Patrol, Sergeant Fountain.
Yes, Sergeant.
That's right. They use a big silver bullet with red lettering on the side of their trucks. I know Mr. Logan's leaving in a few minutes. Right.
Excuse me. I'd like to see Mr. Halsey in the accounting department, please.
Oh, he just stepped out for coffee. Care to wait?
Thank you. Well, there seems to be a lot of excitement around here.
It's like the Normandy invasion. Thank you.
The bullet trucking company I overheard. Is there anything wrong?
Mr. Douglas, I'll be glad to answer your questions. Come in. Sit down.
No, thank you.
Let's you and me save ourselves some time, Douglas. What was it you thought you heard out there?
Nothing. I was waiting to see a man in your accounting department, that's all.
Okay, I'll lay it on the line. Gus Hendrick is a shoestringer. He makes his own rules and he breaks the rest. We've paid out a great deal of money in claims because of the way he operates. Wrecks, damaged cargo. A man like him makes it rough for the good outfits. Call it my rotten apple in the barrel theory. Try to get rid of the one that stinks so it won't damage the others. You understand me so far?
I'm not sure.
I called the West Mountain Express this morning. That outfit you said you worked for. I taped the call just in case I might need it. For reference. Sure that, Charlie?
Yeah, Mr. Logan, I remember Bill Douglas for sure. He's a nice guy, real nice guy.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Sure, I got you.
By the way, Charlie, you happen to remember how Douglas lost those fingers on his right hand?
Yeah, it was an accident. I don't remember exactly. I think he was changing a tire.
Feeling better?
Got me mixed up with somebody else, that's all.
You never worked for West Mountain Express, and we both know it. What'd you do, call Charlie Powers and fix up an alibi in case I checked?
No, I did not.
Well, somebody did.
Mr. Logan. I'll meet at the job. Gus needed somebody with experience that line. That's all there is to it.
Man also lies when he's trying to cover up something. You say he was to get a job. Maybe. You cooperate, and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Cooperate?
Whatever you heard out there in the office a minute ago, or whatever you think you made of it, you better forget it. Because if you don't, I'll run a police check on you all the way back to your great-grandmother.
Okay. Have you seen Gus? No, I called there. He left about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, if you see him, let me know. Okay.
Looks like that tip we got was on the level. Here.
Yes, sir?
Filling up. Hey, listen, maybe you better change the oil and give me a lube. I'm gonna get a bite to eat.
I'm sorry, sir. The lube rack's closed.
How do you mean closed?
Don't ask me. Boss says keep the door closed. I keep it closed.
Chances are that's the man who's going to steal the truck.
Hey, Gus, Douglas said you were sick. I'm taking your home to Albuquerque.
I'll take it.
You okay?
I'm okay. I said I'm taking it.
Hello. Who is this?
Look, never mind. Just tell Gus the whole deal is off. You got that?
The whole place is swarming with cops.
Hey, what
Who's Gus? 1 minute he's sick, next minute he ain't. Ask me, he's gas.
Where is he?
Taking that load to Albuquerque.
It's a setup. Don't talk. Listen, Hotshot, everything I got, I want you to give to Luce, you see? The money and the car keys in my pocket. That belongs to her. Her husband, you know, Kenny, he wasn't driving the truck. I was. And I fell asleep at the wheel. I was pushing too hard. Like now, I was 6 hours over the line. He warned me. I needed the dope. It was like killing them. You do that for me, Hotshot?
Stay here and watch the traffic, and also call the station. We probably need an ambulance.
Huh?
No, he's at it.
Yeah?
Truck looks like it went off that curve doing 70.
Just never did anything a small way.
Like somebody didn't want to stick around and answer questions.
Got a pretty good idea why. Sergeant, you better put out a trace for a man named Joe Douglas.
Maybe.
Well. Really, boy? Changed your mind, huh?
Lucia Gus is dead. He was killed. An accident on their halfway house.
Well, so it finally happened, huh? Just like it did to Kenny.
Left in the car. $43.
That's all? Just a beat-up old car and a couple of bucks? And that's all?
Well, that's all he had.
Hey, wait a minute! What about the $2,000 they promised me? What am I gonna do? What about the kids? Hey, wait a minute, you can't just walk out of here. He hit me! He hit me! That man hit me, Mama! He hit me! He hit me!
Shut up, I'll give you another one.
Justice can be delivered by a final act of violence, or it can be elusive and taunting, as it has become for Richard Kimball. For him, justice hides around the next bend in the road, beyond the next mountain, on the bus that is just pulling out.